Ah, Italian pasta. This is one of the reasons that we've come to Europe, to enjoy some fantastic foods. And then why not some gelato for dessert? After all, we're in Rome and there's Giolitti's right here, which has some of the best gelato in the world. It's similar to ice cream, but it's just richer, creamier, a little softer, a little bit more delicious. And then onto the Trevi Fountain, you've got to toss your coin over your shoulder for the wish that you will come back to Rome someday, made famous in many movies, such as 3 Coins in the Fountain and La Dolce Vita. These are all activities that happen on our first day in Rome. We like to get out and stretch our legs, get some exercise and fresh air. It really helps with the jet lag. Here we're off to the Spanish Steps, taking pictures of everything we see. And we pop into a few churches here and there. Santa Maria Maddalena is a rare example of the Rococo style in Rome, beyond the Baroque. And the only significant example of a Gothic church in Rome is Santa Maria sopra Minerva. And for a quick look at the Baroque style, we pop into San Ignacio. We're just showing you some quick highlights here of our visit to Rome. This is part of our tour that starts in Rome and ends up in London, Europe by train. A lot of great food stores in the city. Rosticceria specializes in meats. Piazza Navona, we'll be back here a little bit later in the program. Dinner, and then let's start our morning tour.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rome. This is a very important historical site on the right-hand side. It's 4 different Republican temples. Now, this morning, we are going to start with a short walking tour into the historical area of Rome, the area of the ancient Romans, to see the Forum and the Colosseum. And from there, then, we will go out to see the beautiful Basilica of St. Paul's without the walls. And then we will bring you to the museums.
Passing the Forum of Julius Caesar.
The arch dates from the early 4th century. All of the most beautiful reliefs are from the 2nd century. So they're from the Emperor Aurelius. And Augustus boasted that he found a city of brick and he left a city of marble because he was emperor in a great long period of prosperity. And this is when all the brick buildings start to get covered with these slabs of marble. These are well-fed cats. Not all the Roman cats are looked after so well, are they?
They're fed.
Here in the centre then we have the Circus Maximus, where the chariot races took place 7 times around the arena. 7 was the magic number in the city of Rome. The Tepidarium, the warm room. And then at the very back was the Calidarium.
Our tour includes a stop at St. Paul outside the wall, which has a cloister that dates back to the 13th century. It's an original medieval masterpiece, and you'll notice that the columns are inlaid with a glass and tile mosaic. It's a real striking effect. Each column is different than the next. It's the most attractive cloister I've ever seen. The new trolley in Rome that goes to Trastevere, one of many sites on our city bus tour. We're showing you just a summary of the city tour. We usually spend about 3 hours with our local guide. And we include a stop up at the Janiculum, the hill overlooking the city. You see the dome of the Pantheon and other domes. And now we're in the Vatican Museum, the grand spiral staircase that takes you in. Mummies, Egyptian, Greek, neoclassical, Roman. This is an ancient statue, about 2,000 years old. It's called the Belvedere Torso. We walk along together through the Vatican Museum, admiring the collections, passing hundreds and hundreds of statues, beautiful mosaics and tapestries. One of the finest parts of the museum are the rooms painted by Raphael, called the Stanza. But the real centerpiece of the Vatican, perhaps the most beautiful building ever constructed in the world, is St. Peter's Basilica. It's an unbelievable structure, and it's really difficult to photograph it because it's such a large, grand space. You really have to be there to appreciate it. Bernini's bronze baldacchino reaches 75 feet high. Out front we have Bernini's colonnades that were designed as the arms of the church, reaching out to greet the faithful. Walking through the narrow back streets of Rome is a real delight. It's only a few blocks from our hotel through the Campo dei Fiori to Carbonara Restaurant, which is a mighty fine spot. It's been here for 100 years. It has a Nice wide range of typical Italian foods. Pastas, meats, fish, chicken, a lot of vegetables, salads, all kinds of beverages at a reasonable price. The Campo at night is lively and beautifully lit. Fountains are going. Seems like we go from one meal to the next. It's time for breakfast at the Tiziano and then our walking tour. So this is Giuseppe over here, the director of the hotel, and he's busy working, so we'll let him work. We're going to take off on our walking tour. See you later. Okay, out the front door. Our first of many group photos. We're so excited about being here. We want to take pictures to make sure we record and prove it. So here we go, starting our walking tour, leaving the Hotel Tiziano. And we're going to be walking this morning for a couple hours right through the heart of ancient and Renaissance Rome. Crossing this busy crosswalk here by Largo Argentina. But we take a right now, over here. Now we're coming up on this famous archaeological site, Largo Argentina. And here, right in the middle of their own home city, they found this spectacular site. And just 2 blocks away from Largo Argentina, you'll find this charming Fountain of the Turtles, if you know where to look for it in these narrow streets. Fountain's a great place to stop for a little break, and then on we go. We're going to go down this alleyway. Got your shots? All done? Okay. So we go down this street. Yeah. The little back alleys. The shops are just opening now. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Always. Hey, okay, here they come. So, Via Giubanare, the shops are just opening. There's clothing stores, little cafes, takeout foods, and it leads right into the most exciting fruit and vegetable market in town, the Campo dei Fiori. This quaint little outdoor market square is always one of our favorite stops in Rome. It's a chance to see how the local people shop and to do some shopping of your own. For example, these fresh green olives are wonderful. They're just lightly brined and they have a delightful taste. The people here meet with their friends and neighbors. Many of them come shopping every day to get the freshest possible produce. Tasty strawberries. Campo dei Fiori, right in the heart of Old Rome. Onto the Ponte Sant'Angelo. It provides a beautiful vista looking out towards St. Peter's over the Tiber River. Great spot.
It's very interesting. All the churches, the outside looks very ordinary, but when you go inside, it's simply magnificent.
Mm-hmm. Really.
Oh, I'm enjoying the buildings and the courtyards and the local people. And I'm comparing prices and oh, it's been fun.
We're in the Piazza Navona. We're looking at the Church of Sant'Agnese and the Fountain of the Four Rivers. And this is the 2 great artists of the Baroque coming head to head, each with their masterpiece. Bernini with the Fountain of the Four Rivers, which is certainly his greatest fountain, and Borromini with the Church of Sant'Agnese, which is the greatest work that he ever did. And they're right next to each other, facing each other. The fountain was built first, and then the church followed by about 5 or 10 years afterwards. And we found another good spot for a group picture. Time to leave Rome. We head for the train station and depart from the Termini.